Hello, writers, and welcome to session 4. Writers can storytell and act out as they draft. So let's jump ahead to our next small moment in Cinderella. What's the next scene? The next small moment that we need to storytell. Think for a second. I'm thinking we need to jump ahead, probably to the part where the fairy godmother comes. So we know in our class story, we're going to focus on when the fairy godmother comes. But where does she come from? How does she appear? We need to think through a lot of things. Is Cinderella still folding laundry? Or has the scene changed? Take a moment and think. Here's a few of my thoughts. Maybe Cinderella is in her bedroom, maybe the basement. There could be a laundry room down there crying. Her fairy godmother maybe comes down some sort of chimney. And Cinderella, we talked about it. I don't think she needs a big fancy car, but maybe just a bike and some clean clothes to get to the fundraiser. And I think the fairy godmother will be able to make sure she gets them. So today I want to teach you that when you are writing, you can rehearse in the middle of writing as well as the start of it. And specifically, when writing a fiction story that contains several small moments or scenes, like what we're doing now, it helps to storytell or to act out each small moment before writing it. So let's review our How to Write a Fairy Tale Adaptation chart. We know it's important to know the classic story and to tell it often, that we need to decide on a change to improve the story, and we want to make sure we have that domino effect. The change leads to other changes. We have good characters with traits and they run into some trouble. They tell the story in 2 or 3 small moments. And like we started talking about yesterday, it's important to storytell or act out a scene, then we write the scene. So because you are all going to be storytelling or acting out your story to get ready for writing it, I'm going to give you some acting tips. 1, when you act, you need to not only show what the character says, but also what the character does. Even tiny actions can make a big difference. You need to bring the characters and the place to life. Make sure you know where exactly your character is, what things are nearby, and what the setting feels like. We're going to pause here for a moment and take a look at some of my great acting skills.
Stop crying, Cinderella. I am your fairy godmother, and I am here to grant your wish. What? Who are you? You'll want to go to the fundraiser for the library, and I have magic to make that happen. Let's see. You'll need...
So, that was pretty bad, huh? Acting helps me plan, and I didn't have any actions in my acting, and I didn't think about adding in the place. I didn't think about what objects my characters might be holding. I should probably try again. I want to think about what action could show I just came down the chimney. So here's a second try at me acting. Tell me what you think about this one.
Hello, Cinderella. I am your fairy godmother. What? Who are you? I said, Cinderella, I am your fairy godmother, and I am here to grant your wish. My wish? I just want to go to the library. Your wish is my command. Let's see. You'll need some clothes and a bike.
Fellow writers, or should I say fellow actors. That one was better, right? What I just did helped me to discover different ways to bring the characters and the place to life. Notice how some of those tiny actions made a big difference once we added them into our writing, like twirling of the magic wand or Cinderella falling back in amazement. I want to hold on to those tiny details that we discovered through our acting and add them to our class story. So here's my version of small moment 2. Cinderella threw herself down on a pile of laundry in the basement next to the fireplace. She sobbed loudly. I wish I could go to the fundraiser for the library, she cried out. Whoosh! Suddenly, someone appeared in the fireplace. They twirled around and pointed a magical wand at Cinderella, releasing a small cloud of fairy dust. Stop crying, Cinderella. I am your fairy godmother, and I am here to grant your wish. Cinderella gasped. What? Who are you? I told you, I am your fairy godmother. Now you want to go to the fundraiser for the library? Let's make this happen. I can't go, Cinderella cried. I have too much laundry to do, and nothing to wear, and no way to get there. Nonsense. The fairy godmother pointed her wand. Laundry be gone. And all of the dirty clothes were suddenly clean and folded. Rags be riches. The fairy godmother pointed her wand at Cinderella. Her tattered clothes turned into a sensible business suit. Wow, Cinderella exclaimed. And for my final act, the fairy godmother pointed her wand towards the ceiling. You'll find a bike waiting for you outside. What do you think, writers? I think it came out pretty good. So now it's your turn. I'm going to give each person 2 minutes to act out your next small moment. What is that next part of your writing you're going to write today? Off you go. Writers, it's time to actually get writing, so please open up your writer's notebook to session 4. You'll use this spot to draft the scene you just acted out. And like in our last session, remember we are focusing just on this scene. Really take your time to stretch it, and it's okay if you need to whisper it out loud or act it out for yourself again. Off you go, writers. Writers, I've been noticing all the hard work you're doing. You're carrying all that you've learned across these past few sessions into your drafts. It feels good to hold yourself accountable to things you know how to do, doesn't it? All of those steps and how to write an adaptation. What I am wondering, and you are probably wondering as well, is are you holding yourself to all that you've learned across this year, to the things that writers remember to do always? I specifically want to remind you of the important work you have learned to do as spellers, because I see some of you acting like a fairy godmother is going to come along and with a magic wand make your spelling look like the work of an almost fourth grader. Guess what? You need to be your own spelling fairy godmother, and the magic dust is actually elbow grease. So here are 3 things you need to remember to do as spellers. Don't forget to check your spelling using your word wall, your dictionary, a spelling notebook. Try the word a few different ways, and if you're still stuck, you can always circle the word and come back later. So take a moment right now to become your own spelling fairy godmothers. Reread a part of your draft looking for words that don't quite look right. And remember, you can try it a few different ways. Check the word wall, your dictionary, your spelling notebook, or circle it and come back to it later. Keep writing, writers. job so far today, writers. In our share time today, I want to talk about endings. What do we know about them? What we know in classic stories, they solve the problems. So now here is your challenge. Think about your story. You need an ending that is different from the original and ties up the problem or trouble in your story. Take a moment to think about it, then we're going to act out our potential endings with our partners. Now we can add to our chart, figure out an ending that solves the character's big problem. You just had a moment to think about it. Partner one, go ahead and act it out to your partner. Great job, partner one. Partner two, it's your turn now. Act out how you think your ending's going to go. job today, writers. Keep those shares you acted out in the back of your brain. In our next session, we're going to work on getting them down on paper. Awesome job today, writers.